Welcome to Golden Software's demonstration video for Didger 4 Part 1. In this demonstration, I'll be giving you a brief introduction to Didger. Didger is our digitizing and coordinate conversion software package. I will not attempt to go over all the features, but I'll try to cover the most important ones. I've opened the sample file called Botswana, which is found in the Didger samples folder, to make it easier to explain some of the features. When you first open Didger, the main plot window is displayed in the center of the screen. Three managers are open on the left side of the screen: the Layer Manager, the Coordinate Manager, and the Property Inspector, and one manager is open across the bottom of the screen, the Data Manager. The plot window is where all the objects in your Didger project are displayed. You can see polylines, polygons, points, imported images, text, etc. You can do all your editing and selecting directly within the plot window. The four managers in Didger can be opened and closed by going to View, Toolbars, Managers. If there's a check mark next to the manager name, that means the manager is open. If there is no check mark, it means the manager is closed. You can open and close a manager by clicking on its name. The Layer Manager allows you to organize all your objects in your Didger project by separating components of your project into different layers. For example, you could digitize or import all the city locations onto one layer, all the roads on another layer, and all the rivers and lakes on a third layer. Layers allow tremendous flexibility in what information you can include in your Didger project and what information you can display in the plot window. Having the Layer Manager to the side of the plot window makes accessing the layers simple and easy. Everything you import or digitize will be imported or digitized onto the active layer. The active layer is denoted by a red triangle to the left of the layer name. In this case, the active layer is called Botswana. To change the active layer, simply double-click on the layer you want to become active, or select the layer name, and then click on the Set Active Layer tool in the Layer Manager toolbar. To add layers, delete layers, rename layers, replicate a layer, or if you want to select all items on a layer, simply right-click in the Layer Manager and choose the function you want to do. Alternatively, you can also click on the tools in the Layer Manager toolbar. The layers are listed in the Layer Manager in the order that they are drawn on the screen. For example, all objects contained on the lower layers, such as Pan's deltas, are drawn underneath the objects contained in all of the upper layers, such as game reserves or national parks. If you want to change the order of the layer, simply click and drag a layer to its new position. You can choose to make individual layers visible or invisible. A yellow light bulb icon means that the layer is visible. A gray light bulb icon means the layer is invisible. Just click the light bulb to change the color. This allows you to create many different types of maps. You can have all the information you want in one project file, but you can still make many different types of maps by emphasizing exactly what you want by turning the visibility of the layers on and off. You can also choose to set a layer to be locked or unlocked. If you have a layer exactly the way you want it and you don't want to accidentally move or delete anything, just lock the layer and you won't be able to select anything on that layer. A closed icon means that the layer is locked and you can't edit it. An open lock icon means that the layer is unlocked and you can edit it. Just click on the lock to change the lock status. Click on the Coordinate Manager tab to activate the Coordinate Manager. Select an object in the plot window, and the Coordinate Manager will display all the coordinates of the vertices of the selected object. For now, I selected the boundary outline of Botswana by clicking on it in the plot window. You can edit the coordinates of any vertex point by double-clicking in any cell in the Coordinate Manager and typing in a new value. When you select a vertex in the Coordinate Manager, the selected vertex will show up as a green dot on the point, polyline, or polygon in the plot window. If you choose a different vertex point in the Coordinate Manager, the green dot will move to highlight the newly selected vertex. Being able to find and change the coordinates of a particular vertex makes it easy if you want to plot a point, polyline, or polygon at an exact location. The Property Inspector lists all the available properties you can change for a selected object. Depending on the type of object you select, the list of properties could change. You can change all the properties for the object directly within the Property Inspector and see the changes immediately on the screen. For example, I'll change the line color for the outline of Botswana from dark brown to blue by opening up the Line Properties section, clicking on the color, and choosing blue from the drop-down menu. Once I selected the blue color, you can see that the line in the plot window was immediately updated to blue. The Data Manager lists all the objects in the Didger project and gives you information about each object, such as ID information, what layer it's on, the point count, the perimeter length, the area if it's a polygon, and the direction if it's a polyline or a polygon. You can change the ID information of an object by double-clicking on any cell and then typing in the new value. The objects in the Data Manager are arranged by drawing order, so the items at the bottom of the Data Manager are drawn behind or underneath the items at the top of the Data Manager. All four managers can be easily moved or dragged to new locations. Just click and hold on the title bar of the manager and drag it to where you want the manager to be placed. When you're using the Office 2005 or 2003 or Native XP appearance options, the docking location options are shown by small buttons. Just move your cursor over one of the docking buttons and the new manager location will be shown by a blue shaded area. If that's where you want the manager to be placed, just release the mouse button. If not, move the cursor to a different location. Release the mouse button when the manager is in the location that you want. To create floating toolbars, simply double-click on the title bar of the manager. You can then drag the manager around anywhere you want on the screen. To dock the manager again, double-click on the title bar or drag the manager until the cursor is over one of the docking buttons. This concludes my introduction to Didger 4.